We got ourselves team 1 together, team 2 rather, with Colby on the Evoker as a demo, I think, yeah. Eamor is a big old Kultura boy. You know what's something about the mustache and the beard and then the big old eyeball down the middle? It just kind of fits. It's almost like it makes a pattern on his face. We got Galadriel here as well. Galadriel. I'm gonna call it Galadriel. I hope you don't mind. Liana. We got Stupid here as well. I hate your name because I like your name, but it sounds like I'm calling you stupid every single time. Gonna be Darkane first up. Breath immediately by the Evoker. Not going for the Mastery build yet. That's going to be a big damage. Arcane tanking up a little bit here as it's going to be Colby stunning him, shell shocking him real quickly with a quick deep breath. It charges after, got himself plenty of mobility, still immune to any kind of hard CC. So Arcane, all he can do is maybe try to see if he can root him in place. Does get to root him, still blaster damage out of Colby, cannot be interrupted. Massive damage on Arcane with a touch and does though. Oh my god! The monk play is just out of this world. The amount of damage they do. That ability, man. A lot of monks were at first when they introduced like, hey, here's a conduit of the Celestials playstyle. They were like, is this gonna be good? Because like it's like channeling a shifting power. Like I'm not a mage. I don't really want to be doing that. But it's like, oh, hold on. We're cooking. It's gonna be hitting plenty hard. Trust me, you're gonna like it. Galadriel is gonna try to see if he can back up out of the succubus, catching him into a quick fear just to make sure he's gonna lock down Trinket. While he's close up next to Galadriel, could be a Mortal Coil here. He has set himself up for a bunch of CC chains as an Infernal slams down. He doesn't have that many cooldowns though. He does have images, but it's going to be more damage. Ruination sees it, knows it. He knows exactly what to fear when it comes to Warlocks. And it's still going to be a massive ruination on the guy. Either way, the slamming down Trinket out of Galadriel and does drop down a big old Dark Layer guy. And a quick fear off of that wall, able to create some space away from the monk. And if you can just keep the monk away, that is a karma too. So for Darkane, he does have a defense to come back up little by little. But there may be an opportunity for Galadriel. Oh my god, Galadriel. I'm gonna call it Galadriel. I'm stopping it. I'm stopping this right here. Putting my foot down. Galadriel, that's your name from now on. At least that's what I'm gonna call you as a nickname. Cansbolt doesn't quite get it. Trying to see. I just noticed your mog, by the way, or rather the lack thereof, is somewhat kind of sort of fits with the rest of the mog, at least color schemes, doesn't it? Stun really quickly, fear right after, as you got images. Zuen is available though, but you won't be able to pair that together with images. Big Cansbolt, 1 second bolt right after, more bets are in. The entire demonic army is attacking the man out of left field. Forge getting himself a bit of healing, which a big portal after. Galadriel trying to see if he can find an angle. Incinerate doing quite a bit of damage. Darkane trying to see if he can back up out of there. He has Zuen. Got Zuen, Cansbolt 1 to the face. He caught up a little bit of health. Ruination right after. Quite a bit of damage. He is able to still keep himself fortified though with a fortification brew. Knock up real quick into Galadriel. Mortal Coil. Second is catching him real quickly. And the Warlock is kind of hurting. I don't know if you have enough resources to create a back-to-back combo with Cansbolts. He's definitely trying, getting some instant cast here and there, but Darkane is able to get a bit of recovery. Not having to sit behind the pillar nearly as much as monks used to. Trying to close the gap into a quick clash. Got himself a bit of damage. Heal for Galadriel. Still held on to the heal for so long, but a karma is back up for the monk. He can just maintain aggression. Quick kick on a fear cast. Soulfire is going to end up trying to see if he can crack through the karma. Trinket off of that fear. I don't know if Succubus could do anything for you. Mortal Coil, 10 seconds left. I don't know if he can live long enough. That is still a lot of damage. Succubus catching you though. Shadow Fury, you got a big Chaos Mother? Fear to follow? He's sheening? He's believing. He's starting to believe. Hold on, both of them so low. Mortal Coil needs it. Oh, Celestial Conduit. Just channeling the oppressive Conduit back to back into the Warlock. That was such a good duel. It was a back and forth. And also, again, like I mentioned earlier, normally we see monks go out, do a bit of damage, run behind the pillar, and then kind of hug it for their life as they're looking for recovery. But now I'm seeing monks that are more like able to stay and play for a lot longer than normal. The self-survivability without having to pillar hump. I mean, there's still quite a bit of pillar hugging, but like you're not just, you know, moving behind the pillar and then only coming out once the sun is down, right? You are actually out and about doing stuff whenever you can. Big board, but it's going to be Eamor able to knock it back really quickly. Massive damage out of the mage. The big output as Darkane feeling the pressure. Massive barrage and down he goes while behind the pillar with a shift of power out of the Arcane. Is it going to be Skutan next? The Shadow Priest? I think the Shadow Priest actually doesn't have the worst potential setup here versus Emor, especially since he could go for quite a bit of casting while healing. Got himself locked out on Shadow, able to at least go for a little bit of holy healing, as it's going to be a missile. Barrages back to back, casting while moving. The man got the mobility and casting on lockdown, lots of output, and Scoochad try to see if he can recover here. Maybe look at her dispersion a little bit early. I was going to say, I think normally Shadow Priest would be really good against a mage, especially if you can chain fears, stuns, and a silence on top of it. That's a lot of control to lock down a mage. That being said, Arcade, I think, is a bit of a different story. I feel like if it was a Frost or a Fire Mage, that's one thing. Arcana Sphere on the corner, does go for the Fade to avoid it, has himself a Silence still, does not use it yet, maybe saving it for a little bit later. Maybe he needs to use it either to do pressure himself or to lock out pressure away from Emor. Is still able to get the Void Rift that goes to walls that is so good. Silence as an Altar Time is out for Emor. Trying to see if he can cleanse it, does actually remove it. Emor taking huge damage, massive barrages back to back into the Shadow Priest, catching up a lot of healing. Looks like Ultra was not cleansed. I stand corrected, as Caden is going to be up next as a Fury Warrior. Knock up out of Emor? Wait, did he go knock up, or was this supposed to be a knock up, or just like, does fire? Hold on, was that a knock up? Hold on, now I'm not even sure. Is what's the ability now? Chat, help me out here. The fiery one that does normally knock up. It looked like he didn't knock Caden away. It looked like he just knocked him up in the air for a second. Quick poly onto Emor with a reflect as Caden continuing that pressure. Is he playing out as a Slayer with the Blade Storm? I can't tell. Because, okay, he's not Mountain Thing, I don't think. Otherwise, you'd see him stomping around with lightning. So he has to be a Slayer at that point. Emor able to pull the warrior back behind the pillar, and while he's there, able to go in for blinks last second as he goes in for a charge. All trees available. Defense steps for Caden. Maybe looking for even more defenses out in the open. At least he has some cover away from the mage. Normally mages would just slow you down and just keep you at bay. Love the beard? Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, my bad. Well, if you like the beard, what are your thoughts on the warrior versus the arcane mage, man? Because that's what we're here to see. But I appreciate the comment once in a while. I don't get a lot of those, or at least I don't. As Emor trying to see if he can get himself in a hopefully better situation. Second wind? Is he a second wind? Oh, he can't even second wind, can you? Did I just see that familiar hit through a wall? Is that what I saw? He is second wind, but he was like literally not able to get any kind of healing off of it. That is super unfortunate. I think the familiar actually just hits through the walls. Did you notice the familiar is no longer this like arcane orb, but now it's just like a raven? Like a D&D style familiar. I love it. I think it's so cool. Touching the magic freeze onto Caden, just try to see if he can fight for his life. Cooldown to back up, but the warrior does not want to go in until he has everything available, or they try to see if he can put Emor out of position. There goes an opportunity. Big damage, double stuns, locking him down for quite a bit. That's going to be poured back. Does he have mobility to re-engage? Blaze Storm is available, able to keep moving. He's trying to stay on top of Emor as best as possible. Quick and Viz. There goes the knockback. So knockback does actually work by the looks of it. Shifted power back up for the mage as he's able to move, repositioning yet again. I don't know if Caden can do much here. I think at this point he's just out of options. Arcana Sphere is going to knock you back unless you can dodge it. Trying to head over behind the pillar, but it's going to put it back out the open. Big Arcade Surge with missiles. Does get himself a big defensive, but I don't know. At least he can go for a heal. Charge, heal, quick heal, pick up a little bit. Maybe Images, get a heal off of those. Possibly could, but yeah, I think he's just trying to find himself an angle, but he just can't. It's an arcane mage versus a warrior. What can you do there? As Yule is going to be up next, charging in back over to Emor, trying to use that quick, that was a clash now, but he's trying to use that roll, double jump for a quick dash. So if you see this man midair dashing, that's what it is. He's trying to be a demon hunter. Big damage, almost a haymaker out of Emor. Doesn't quite go for it, but it looks of it. Trying to see if he can get a poly onto a celestial conduit, able to get away from it. That is so good. The fact that you can still channel it is kind of nuts, but I think it's probably better. But yeah, if you can at least control it just to disrupt him a bit, that's probably good too. Yule still got himself lots of damage, putting a lot of pressure onto Emor. Kind out of mobility, backing up behind the pillar, but that's going to be a ring of fire with a shifted power. If you can interrupt those, that's going to be huge because shifted power is actually quite a bit extra damage for Emor too, as he's playing the spell slinger with those splinters flying out left and right. UL kind of low, could be in that execute range. Try to go for Karma versus Emor. He's gonna go for the block. He could pop out of the block and just go for executes. See the miss right now for the monk. Does get kicked on the... Oh my, and that was splinters at the end. That was just splinters. I think a barrage maybe, but definitely splinters just keep doing the damage on the road. With Bix up next as an Holy Death Knight. Emor kind of limited what he can do right now. No more block. Does have Invis coming back up, so that's at least a 60% DR. Trying to see if he can go for a Nova onto Bix, trying to stop all the pets as best as he can, but the ghoul goes in for a stun, surrounded by the army as well as the riders. If he can grip him away from the pillar, it's going to be huge though. Trying to see if he can reverse Blink, but the riders are very quick to change position. Could be a kick, trying to go for it. Oh, there goes a quick claw in shadows. The Archmage does so good, but after going through the entire team 1, there's only so much you can do, like 1-2 out of options, man. He did very good, but I feel like literally played to the limit of what the class could do. Tricking out for Lyanna as they're playing Beast Mastery, setting the pets over at Bix, and Bix, all he can do is shield back with him and just maybe get a bit of heal over 2, maybe get a an extra rider up and running with an Apocalypse. He's trying to see if he can get kind of aggressive. Maybe he can reverse this army with the pets onto Lyanna. Does go for the stun. That's going to be a trick out of Bix. Will not have access to human racial for a little bit though. But that's going to be plenty of pets surrounding both the Hunter as well as the Death Knight. Lyanna does get hit with a pretty big Apocalypse though. Are you playing that shorter Apocalypse? He might be actually. He might be. Lyanna, what is that? What is that just now? Wait, is that a second Apocalypse or is just like, I think that's not Apocalypse. I think it's just Doom, like sudden Doom, so someone's undeads. Is that what that is? I think it is. I think you just get a bunch of sudden Doom procs. You're just getting that big value, staying up in that melee. The Hunter needs to find a way to create a gap between him and the Death Knight, slamming more pets into it. Lich Burn out for the Death Knight, trying to see if he can tank up a little bit. I don't know what the AMS situation is like. Got himself the horse, so at least he's mobile. The Turtle needs to come out for the Hunter, unless he might be in the rut right now. Might need to utilize the scatter real quick onto the Death Knight, still surrounded by all those pets. He's controlling the Death Knight perfectly, but the pets are still doing plenty of damage for you. Cheat dance out of Bix though. He wasn't anywhere close to Lyanna to get any kind of healing. Trying to see if he can take it up. Lyanna, if you have a kill shot, stun, getting himself up a little bit more damage, but he's going for defensive, going for the pillar. As the Death Knight trying to come back with a couple of death strikes here and there. Lyanna is still slowed down by the riders themselves with a big A-bomb, trying to make his way over there, but trying to decide whether he wants to hang out by the Death Knight, attack the pet, or go over there with a Hunter, and I don't even know what's happening with this other pet. I don't even know what's happening with this other pet. I'm not even sure what's happening, but Lyanna does get stabilized. That's going to be White Mate on you. If you can get a couple of Scourge Strikes, oh, you got some healing going. Okay, hold on a second. Might have something. Big grip from afar away. Double grip right after onto Lyanna. Scatter real quick. The Freezing Trap does land on the Death Knight. And it's going for a quick revive pet. He's going to stun it. Not going to let him have the pet back. That was his whole move. He was going to attack the pet the entire time. Grip last second to keep the Hunter away from the pillar. Doesn't let him get any kind of recovery, any kind of chill behind the, any kind of line of sight. As it's going to be the Death Knight continuing the onslaught, continuing the carnage. Quick IBF just to keep himself stabilized. He just still needs a little bit more damage. He needs to get these pets surrounding the Hunter. And then he'll get some damage going. Though his pets are changing targets though pretty regularly. Might actually go down here. Lyanna is looking to get a big kill shot. AMS is available for the Death Knight. Trying to see if he can stay alive, but I think the BM is going to be able to take it. I am surprised. I thought honestly he got so low. I think it's what happened was the pets, right? They kept attacking a different target, and they kept, when they need to stay on the Hunter and just finish the job, they keep going back to the pets. They're kind of going back and forth, and I'm not really sure. Let's get us another one going there, boys. My goodness.